right, so we gotta help y'all pass black.
Yeah.
I was figuring I'd walk in and just basically high five everybody.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell
High fiving everybody. No, I keep thinking there's something in the walk. Don't you think there's just some kind of, let's say, the walk, you know, I was thinking kind of, how about a white guy, sort of more straight, whereas a black was sort of like, just a little bit of roll.
That's not really bad.
It's just sort of
not really bad.
You know, kind of.
And you know the biggest thing, if somebody come up to you, is hand, keep it in the middle, because we don't want none of this touching.
Okay, we don't touch.
Just come in.
Can it close thing or
Just it can be open. You know, white guys come and hug like this.
Right.
Like this. Straight up and down, nothing to block.
All men do that.
All men do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do we really want to be like saying, okay, so that's what most black people do, therefore I should do it to blend in? Because I know that like all of us are trying to learn about the other race, but it's so much in the language of stereotype.
I don't know yet if I'm going to feel comfortable putting on an act. I'm comfortable being me. I don't want to just be sending out
It's all about pulling it off. Somebody say what's up, just say what's up. Don't ask them what they do.
Would that take you a little bit aback?
Yeah, a little bit.
So there is a difference in the black and white.
Yeah,
Much more
because I've
open.
seen white women just come up to me and it's like, what she want? Why she bothering me? Why she asking me all these damn questions? You know, some black people be like, damn, why you want to know all that? Why you all in my
I
business?
think I asked too many questions.
No. I mean, just don't go in there friendly, highly ho neighbor. You know, that's curious.
That's a generally held belief.
Hell yeah, I'm very curious. I do a lot of things that everybody don't do. I'll give you all the white things that you do, and then you'll see it curious. A tornado coming by, a white person coming behind it in a truck. Now it's a legitimate profession called storm chasing. I'm not chasing the storm. You know what I'm saying? You're laughing because you know it's true. That's white.
Is it your sense that blacks generally look down on whites?
No, we don't look down on you. It's just your nature is to be more curious than ours. Your nature is to, if you hear a noise, to find out what the noise is. We hear a noise, we're getting away from the noise, and we're worried about what the noise is later.
I wonder why if those differences are true, and certainly right here they're playing out. Wow, this is all really interesting. I am never around, or very rarely around, black people.
Really?
Yeah, and to have this kind of Were we supposed to coach you all? Or ask?
She doesn't have to do that because I know how to adapt and get along with white people. Because that's something that I learned to do because white people are the ones I had to deal with when I had to interview for a job or anything. You know, I know how to communicate with them to get what I want.
We interact with whites daily. Black culture has to conform to white society to make it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We are in for something. We are in for something.
Look what they do.
Oh, that's nasty.
You can learn a lot by living with another family.
So far, it's been really neat. So far, I've really enjoyed meeting the Sparkses. I've learned a lot. There's like a whole world, a whole community in being black. It's like a secret society with shared experiences and language and customs.
Being black is a very subtle thing, you know. Over the head kind of,
On our first day out, we had a discussion with a moderator about race to help prepare us for focus groups.
The goal of the meeting now is to talk about the idea of racism and how do we recognize in other people what they are seeing in us when we are in different skins.
It'll be interesting, and I'm sure it'll happen, where I'll be in black and I'll get some attitude from some prick white guy, and I won't have all the history of resentment that a black man has, and I'll be able to with them. Oh, just, you know, mentally spar with them and go, you know, he says, hey, you know, I won't get angry. I'll just kind of smile to myself and go, wow, why'd you say that?
When I hear the N-word, my jaws clench up. It resonates with me, and I know it's just a word, but, you know, what I had to go through growing up, that word still gets me. It's powerful.
You know, no one's gonna just strictly come up, you know, and say, hey, or anything like that, because that kind of racism is really not there today. Now it's more, we won't get the positions that we're qualified for, or we won't get the service that everybody else get. But I think that Rose and Carmen and Bruno is gonna get a lot more out of this than we will, because of the fact that white don't have to go through the day-to-day small things that you never think about. Like if I go into the mall as a black man, I'm gonna be looked at.
Right, or follow.
Follow.
Really?
What if we're at a gathering, all of us are having dinner together, and there are pretty much equal blacks and whites, and then the whites leave and y'all start jiving? Jiving?
See, that's white. That's very white.
Is it really?
No, get down, mama. That's pass the grits and chicken. That's jive.
Today, Carmen and I are going to be black people in a focus group of all black people.
It'll be a panel of black people talking about race and racism. I feel totally confident that no one will be aware of the fact that I'm a honky.
Bruno walked in before me. I came in as the last participant to this all-black panel. I felt nervous, like, are they going to accept that I'm black? It was scary.
It was great. I knew that Brian was behind the two-way mirror, and he had given me some advice on how to be black. He told me to sort of just kick back, don't have great posture, lean to one side and sort of slouch in the chair.
I was mindful of not being overly inquisitive.
What do you see today as the biggest difference between being black and white in America?
When I think of white people, I think ethnocentric. Very much like my way of seeing things is the best, most correct way. And anything that's different than that, you know, I don't want to get to know.
It's assimilation. You know, it's kind of like as long as we assimilate and do what they do, we're okay. But if we're kind of like off on the side doing our own little thing, you might be a little bit intimidating.
Seems like that's just the way it is. This world is dominated by white people, and I don't think it's any way that we'll ever be considered equal.
Because they just talk at you anyway. I'm a grown man, and you be having them talk, hey, get over there, hey, get this, pick that up, hey, get over here, you know? It's like, wait, I'm a man. They don't even talk to their kids like that.
There's a world there that I got to have an eye-opening view of. It was pretty amazing and very enlightening to experience just a taste of what it's like for the black world.
You know, there's a lot of controversy about the N-word and who can use it or whether it should be used at all. Who has experienced an intentional attempt to disrespect you by using that term? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had experiences like that?
Yeah, I used to work as a doorman at a disco, you know, and if somebody came up intoxicated or didn't have the right dress on, you know, they say, come on, you know. Or, you know, a lot more hostile than that. And I just, you know, yeah, that's right. You know, it just wouldn't affect me. And that would be the end of the conflict, just like that. Because I wouldn't give it the power.
The only reason why people call you derogatory names is so that they can inflame you. If you don't empower the people that call you the N-word by getting upset, you win. And the idiot that just called you that doesn't have any power.
My main thing is just to be the fly on the wall and see how whites act when blacks are nowhere around.
I'll be able to, you know, actually hear what they say when I'm not in the room. But I'll actually be in the room.
She's walking like a white woman.
My name is Brian. I enjoy building computers, things like that. I like fixing things with my hands.
My name is Renee, and my hobbies, whoa. Swimming, tennis, you know, shopping.
How prevalent is racism still in today's society?
You know, I want to think that everybody is treated equally, and you know what? They're not.
I had an experience where I was managing a girl who was black, and she had the worst attitude I have ever seen. I wanted to fire her so bad. It had nothing to do with the color of her complexion. Whatever I would have to document to fire her, I'd have to have an even longer list to make sure that we're not sued.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yesterday, there's a black guy behind the counter, and my friend tipped him and said, put a tip in the jar and said, thank you, brother. And the guy said, watch how you say that.
Only black people can call themselves brother or even the N-word.
I don't look at a black person and say, I want to do harm. But sometimes there's these innate things that I think have been taught that, you know, I shake someone's hand that's black and my instinct is wipe it or something. I am very conscious of it afterwards, and I feel horrible about it, and it takes work to switch that around.
When he said that, I was like, wow.
The guy just shaking when he was telling us that. You could tell that that really bothered him.
I knew that racism was there, and I thought I was prepared for everything, but when I actually donned the white makeup,
I was shocked.
Those focus groups were really eye-opening.
I look forward to having someone say, hey, you know, you're a I hate you. I'd expect me to get all freaked out about it, and I just look at him and go, gee, why did you call me that? And that would be the end of it.
When we were in the focus group, it was interesting that out of the whole group, Bruno used the word.
Yeah.
With the ER? Yeah.
He was the first one to say.
They like that word.
They like it for some reason. I don't know why.
Like when you're black, it's okay for you to say the word then, but when you're white, just...
I think that most white people, not all, would love to say in the presence of black and not have any repercussion.